for the Halloween Haul and Crawl. 6 put on by Georgia Rock Zombies. Now, if you've never been to a haul and crawl and you're in the area, you really need to, man. It is so much fun. And next year, I'm getting things set up here. And next year, I think I'm going to join the tug of war, guys. Next year, I think I'm going to join the. Turn that down. Get this set up. Luckily, Clayton Best Weatherick reminded me of the live stream. If not, you wouldn't be seeing me at all right now. So, all right. So, James, what's up? Marcus, what's up? James Wise Carver, what's up, buddy? So yeah, if it wasn't for Clayton reminding me of my live stream, I would not be here. Tonight, when I finish this, I get started on a bigger project, and that's putting this into the Raminator. This is a new electric conversion from Vitavon. So that's going to be a big thing. I want to clean my entire table off because the Raminator is going on the table. This is going to lighten the Raminator, lower the center of gravity, move the weight more to the middle, and it's going to basically make it into a very much high-performance vehicle. I'm curious as to how much weight it's going to take off, so I do plan to weigh everything. Enlighten, what's up? Hey, are you going to be out to Sean's big truck event in Callahan? I want my iPhone. Dude, I've always been doing them on an iPhone, except this time it's a different iPhone. Typically, I use this one right here. So, but I got the new 16 Pro Max. So that's the one I'm going to mess with. Expensive. The conversion for this is about $650, James. The tug of war is, yes. Yeah, I want to do the tug of war, but I'm going to do it with... I'm going to tell you guys, I recently traded for the Napa version hauler. So I've got a Napa hauler and the original black hauler. Well, I'm going to take the black one and convert it into a Polar. And the game plan is to custom design different parts for pulling for this thing to lock the rear axle out. Because I noticed they locked the rear axle out but left the middle and the front with suspension. So I'm going to do the same thing, except I'm going to do a full printed bracket for that. And I'm going to send that off to Arthur, see if I can get some made out of aluminum. All right, so Andy, what's up, buddy? Why the re-upload? Okay, the re-upload is because the intro was really raspy. I'm recording on the brand new phone, and I'm trying to get the sound settings right. This has a lot of sound settings and stuff to it, so I got to figure all that out. And it was real kind of messed up, so I just re-uploaded it with a different tone, because you can actually adjust the sound from which input and all that stuff that comes in there now. So, yeah. So that was the reason for the second upload for that. It's just the same intro, just a different tone on that. Hopefully it sounds better. Michael, what's up? James, yes. Gundam Nut, what's up, bud? Have you put that thing together yet? Really? You got my Gen 9 Scout? Man, I really didn't run that very much. And it was usually on like 4.19 tires. Skeletor, what's up? Cherry Pit. Dustin. Yes, sir, man. Dude, they always put on good events. The next one is Zombie Palooza, and that's going to be at the RC Farm in Waco, Georgia. Or Tallapoosa, Georgia. Oh, New Crawler World just built a bully too. Nice, dude. I haven't had a bully yet. I've had all kinds of them, though. Andrew, what's up? Manitoba RC. Andy. Hey, buddy. Just used my new SCX6 to carry a 30-pack to the fridge. Dude, the SCX6 is big enough to work, and people ride them things. I mean, not me. I would mash them, you know. But I need really stiff inserts. Let me see here. My big truck race, probably not. Forgot to order replacement tires for all the ones I blew last time. Oh, man. I'm probably going to bring the Red Cat again. Wider shot. For everyone zoom in and see what. There is something I am hiding, and it's in this screen right now, but it's set up so you can't figure it out. So there is stuff in this screen right now. But I do want to talk to you. Now I've had this prototype insert for quite a while, and I really just didn't get it set up like what I wanted it to be. But now it is. So what we have is the trail code. This is a whole different design. It's based off the cheat code, but it's less aggressive. You can see those are not as straight up, and these are meant more for trail work with the cheat code outer part and all that. But it's just simply a more trail friendly insert, a little more forgiving. It's not as aggressive on the stand up or lay down, because these are a much more aggressive competition insert right here. You can see how these are really aggressive when they stand up and lay down. This one, not so much. It's a little bit, but you're probably not going to notice it in your vehicle, but they will come with a left and a right on them. So yeah, that's right here. I got another one on the printer, and I want to do some test runs with them to see if I can get these things where they need to be. This right here is for J Concepts. I'll obviously do them for Pro Line and stuff like that. Speaking of tires, I just got the Pitbull tires. I won these at the Haul and Crawl. So these are a shorter tire. You can see the height of this tire versus this insert. So it's got to go shorter and fatter. So I definitely got to do some work to figure out something to fit that right. Let me see here. It was a bad apple. All right. How was Haul and Crawl? Discovery Ski, dude. Haul and Crawl was amazing, man. The weather was absolutely perfect. Hopefully you guys saw the picture I posted. That was through my panoramic moonroof of my car, because I stay in my car, right? So and I almost had to close the moonroof thing because the moon was like a light bulb just shining right in there, like a flashlight, man. It was crazy. Steven, what's up? From Middleburg, so you're local. Oh, you need my Apple. You want to edit on an iPhone? You guys see this, right? I will let you edit on an iPhone, buddy. T1Z, what's up? You happen to still have the iPhone, the Enjoy 313. I do still have the 313 truck. I think it's missing an ESC, but otherwise it's just sitting there collecting dust. Oh, the Tug of War Haul and Crawl made me want to build a rig too. Yeah, so I'm thinking that this big hauler is going to be perfect for it, 50 pounds. So some of the heavier trucks were testing out my inserts. Do you guys remember, I guess about 6 months ago, I made some really crazy inserts, like a solid donut looking thing with little teeth on it. Then I made the big claw one. Well, they were testing the solid donut one with the teeth about this tall, and it did really good. It held the weight, it took the torque, everything really nice. So I'll probably end up building a set of those, to be honest with you. And I want to lock out the rear axle. My hauler already has a Vitavon housing, so I want to put the underdrive gears in that, along with the spools. Get rid of those. I want to put the chromoly axle shafts that Traxxas has in that as well. Obviously some kind of a metal wheel and all that. So we'll have to see how it all works, but I'm going to try to make this where you can put 50 pounds on the back of this thing and pull the house. I mean, if I'm going to build a tug of war truck, I may as well go all the way, right? Tis T1Z. I haven't messed with an LMT in a while. Yeah, Marcus, I finally let it go. Selling everything, even his Bronco 10-3. Yeah, I did. I mean, it's like I'm going through these things. I'm like, man, I haven't used that truck in over a year, and it's not really relevant to the channel anymore. So it's like, you know what? I guess it's time. What's up, Paul? Would be good for tree. They should be. These should work out pretty good. I mean, you got quite a bit of compression on these, but they still have that cheat code outer to it. Now I believe this right here is going to end up being like a super soft. So we'll have to see once I get them tested, because I got to do the soft, super soft, like a medium and a hard on these. But I've got to get all that stuff tested and done before I can actually say, hey, I have a product that you guys can, go for. So, but yeah, it's going to happen. Just got to finish everything up. And I've been working on them for a while, but the issue I had was with the taper at the bottom down here, because it prints like this up. And I was having an issue with, I've got a brand new Pro Code too. I changed that design a little bit, and I've got another Pro Code in the works. I'm going to have to buy a lathe so I can handle the material to make these new Pro Codes. They're going to be nice. When I get them done, I should be able to transfer that Pro Code into a cheat code version. So I got lots of things going, just like usual, I guess. Trailing with those are true. Do it yourself. RC small cars. Kits 1/16 or 1/18. I don't know that there are any kits. Swap meet at Gramapalooza. There will be vendors on site. I do have food taken care of, so we will also have that. I'm sure there will be some trading and buying and selling and all that stuff. I guarantee it. Now, I had the alien snot compound or whatever it was, and this was years ago, and they were absolutely horrible. They were bad. Beautiful tire, but just they wouldn't hook up on sandpaper. But I had a set of, I think it may have been these right here. This is an older tire, I believe, at this point, the compound and all. This is the compound. But I had a set of these on, and a Cinder with a Traxxas Bronco body. And dude, they hooked up really good. So I'm hoping I've got that same setup right here. So long as I've got that, these tires right here are going to perform really good out here. At least that's what I'm thinking. Let me see. We're better to leave stock ESC in my SX Honcho or put a Mamba X in it. If you're fine with where it's at right now, the stock ESC is going to be fine. Is going to run it just fine, buddy. If you put the Mamba X in it, you got to change your motor and all that stuff, where you lose your sensor and all that. So just leave it stock until you're ready to really modify that thing. Jason, what's up? Let me see. Jason, ask me what you have for sale. I don't know what I really got for sale. You never know. I go look through my stuff and, hey, I don't want that anymore. You never know. I think I'm still around 150 though on RCs. So I gotta see what's up. What to do? Keone, what's up, buddy? Marcus, I got dibs already. Speaking of cheat codes, I watched a video of them about to start a Vanquish carbon build. I'm going to use cheat codes for sure. Eric, yes, sir. Good deal. Andrew, man, I'm getting a lot of messages up here, but I'm not getting anything on the... Okay, there we go. I got some now. I was getting nothing on the actual computer screen. That's right, below it. The jack stands, I've got them for SCX-10.3. I got them for STX-10. Dang it, Surfer. My cat. I'm going to kick you out. Well, my cat is called Surfer because he's silver and the Silver Surfer. When he's bad like he's doing now, I call him Surtur, like the evil fire demon from Ragnarok. So, yeah, his name changes depending on his attitude. It's only at 720. This is the actual 13 Pro. Usually I use this old phone. So you're telling me that my old phone actually has a better front camera than the 13, which is a much newer camera? Hey, there's Sam, by the way. Ouch. When am I going to build my own Super? I don't know yet, but I kind of want one. Okay. Surtur, move, dude. I got to get rid of this cat. Hang on. Let me get him. This is Surtur. Dude, get out. There you go. Close the door. There you go. I'm tired of my feet bleeding. All right. Anyway. The Ascent 18. I have nothing but bashers. Sleek Hobbies. Dude, Ascent 18 is an excellent little crawler. Builder Super. Plenty of Rice Krispie treats and milk at the Armapalooza. Armapalooza? I almost called it that. Or like I almost called it Gramageddon, but I didn't want to mess with their name on that one, so I went with Palooza instead. And you have 100 rigs you're selling off? Holy moly. You better bring a big trailer and set them all out. I have inserts for megalithics. I have a set, my H10. I might go with you. Yes, sir, Kasiri, I do. You can look at I don't have them out here with me, but I mean, I have like a cheat code for that. Just say J Concepts, basically. The cheat codes, I also look at the pro codes. The pro codes use the foam with the insert. I don't have any pro codes out here, but this is a pro code for a little like 124. So I have these as well. Kitty is now outside, or at least outside the room. Yeah, Marcus, that 10.3, it is still brand new in the box. It is still literally in the shipping box right now. I've never opened it up. But the thing is, I traded off my other one to Sean, so I kind of want to keep it more now. Cyclone RC. Dude, nice. Good job, Enlighten. I've been noticing a few guys posting up wins with cheat codes and pro codes. That's always nice to see. What's up, buddy? Do I think I will do a class 1 hard body build? I don't really have much interest for it, honestly. I got an important text here. I don't want to mess up here. You're going to be doing cheat codes for the pit bulls. Yes, I will be doing cheat codes for this, and I'll probably be modifying a set of pro codes for these. If you guys want, I'll run and grab the newest version pro code and show you guys if you guys want to see them real quick. I do have some printed off. Nice 3 foam, nice 3D. Boy, hang on a second. Grab them, all right. So, all right, give me about 20 seconds. I can't let this cat get back inside. Oh, good, he's gone. All right, I am good to go now. Sorry about that. I should have had this in here. But let me show you guys what I did. So with the pro codes, this right here is now, if I can make it put on my forehead so you guys can see it. See that lip? That lip helps to keep the foam in place. And I also took it, rather than having this sloping backwards like this, I just took it flat to give more of a lip, to get more foam into your pro code. Plus, I finally figured out the proper program. That is such a nicer finish. Really happy with the finish. It still has the squeeze to it. It still moves and does everything it's supposed to do. Very nice now. What's on the top shelf? Behind the banner? That's a 12SX Max. But Marcus, yes, I will be doing cheat codes and pro codes for the pit bulls. Let me see. Oh, the Primal Challenger speed build, I haven't had a chance to mess with it. I've got the new rod ends for it. So I've got these. I've got to angle, bend it to get some more caster. Right now, the caster is almost straight up, and it doesn't track naturally. There's no natural straight track on the thing, so it's really hard to drive this thing at speed. It really is. And it's not meant for speed, but we're putting speed on it. Why? Because it's RC. Oh, you're talking about that? That's a DBXLE. A lot of guys are running hard bodies in Class 2. Yes, they absolutely are because of the scale points. Around here, we don't run scale points, so it doesn't make much of a difference for us to do that. Let me see, where is, look at this little guy right here. Now, these right here are some wheels and tires that I won at Haul and Crawl. Now, I've got the 63 Pro Codes in here, and I ran this thing. This is the newest Basecamp 24. But the thing about it is, this vehicle as it sits is so light that it, even without the foams, the tires don't move. So I'm going to have to add brass and get weight on this. I got to get some weight on this thing. Spa, what's up, buddy? No, that's a Super. That's not mine. That's Keone's. This may not be related to RC, but who would win in a fight? James Bond or John Wick? Oh, John Wick. Easy. Figured that. Fun challenge. That's a mystery explanation of Pro Codes. What foam do Pro Codes? They use the foams that generally come in your tires. It's like these right here, however, and this is going to be an interesting thing. I got to find the other foam. These actually come with a 2-stage foam in them. I got to find that other foam now. I know it's around here. I'll open up another one. So since these actually come with 2-stage foam, oh, I think that's it right there looking at me. So since these come with a 2-stage foam, you got these on the inner and this on the outer. What I'm thinking of doing is trying to make an insert that will actually work with this. The problem is the insert is bigger than the tire. This is what just came out of this thing. So I put an insert in here. This is going to be all loose on it. So I don't really know if I'm going to be able to even make use of that. But typically speaking, you use the foam that comes out of your tire. But that is kind of crazy. I have not got my Boom Racing BRX back. He's been busy working with J Concepts, coming out with some really cool stuff, man. So you guys just keep your eyes peeled on J Concepts. Purple Primal is about to be known to the world. You gonna bring it out? You just the guy that pointed out with a Lexan body. You got beat at a skill comp with a guy that pointed out with a Lexan body. Wow. How many millimeters are these tires? Honestly, I don't know. There's no actual, let's see if this is going to work. There's no actual measurements on. They just say 1.9. They don't actually say what the, like 475 or something like that. Looks like about, looks like about 112 millimeters, what it looks like. So, I mean, that's the outside. The inside diameter is probably going to be about 104. Probably about 103 to 104 on the inside. And then the width of these, let's see here. You got this right here. Probably going to go, see, these are a fat tire. Probably looking at about maybe 37 on the width. And then obviously the 1.9 middles and all that. Sorry. Got a big order of inserts about to go out, so. But the guy's all MIA now. Let me see, how many millimeters tires? Can we get an amateur class from my dad? Amateur class, that would be the sport class. That is the amateur class. Phone problems. You got weird buzzing noise when you're not talking. Am I really? Oh. Is that better? I had the charger on it. Sometimes you get that with a different cord like I was running there. So, search for speed running Lucy NASCAR. Didn't work, went airborne, other direction, around 80. You're talking about the inserts. You're talking about the little side things. Is that what you're talking about? And you went 99 with a Losi NASCAR already? With the Ibex, what people generally do with the Ibex is they have foams from Crawler Innovations. Generally speaking, they use the outer foams, I think, for those. I know when I did mine, it was a special set of foams for the Deluxe Fab. So when I do the pro codes for those tires, we're going to have to see if that outside foam from Crawler Innovations will actually fit correctly, or I may have to build to work with that foam. That's a good question, though. What happened to my CJ? I still have the CJ. Good deal. Is that the infamous plastic caliper? Yes, dude. I order like 10 of these things from, I don't know where. They're like $4.50 or something like that. I had them listed on the website, but nobody bought them, so I've been using them up. Basically, when the batteries die, they get chunked. They work, though. I mean, they work. Is the Ascent Fusion worth the money? Thinking about getting one for the girlfriend around. Dude, the Ascent Fusion is absolutely awesome. It really is. What do you think if Proline came out with their own mud grapplers for a crawling tire? Sounds good to me. Well, Clayton, sounds like Android problems to me, buddy. Do I have an SCX6 insert handy to show? I can go get one. No, I did not see they got a Class 2 legal competition tire. Gundam Nut. Clayton has an Android. Big problem. You have a riser that says they don't work. A riser? A razor? What is in the box on the floor? The one Proline Battling. Oh, that was what my Bamboo Labs P1S came in. I need to get rid of that box. It does turn on all the time. You bump it, it comes right on. Yes. So, Marcus, what you're saying is Clayton's Android phone needs to at least be updated to something half as good as an iPhone? Is what you're saying? For the Primal. So the riser didn't work? You should see if Gone Bananas Racing Skins made foams for the Losi NASCAR. I will tell you guys what I did today. I called and hopefully I'll get a quote back. But I'm gonna try to see if I can get the pad back there asphalted. If I get that pad asphalted, man, we're gonna get some serious lap times. We'll also burn up some tires. But I'm gonna go grab a SCX6 insert. So give me a second here. Feel free to look at my junk. That was horrible. Oh, that sounded so bad. You guys wait till I get my my studio. I get my studio done, which we're gonna have power out there soon, so I'll have my studio done. And then all of my lives and all that will be done from there. So they will not be done in here. So, but anyway, these are cheat codes for SCX6. These are for like the stock wheels or a trio wheel. You can see how these are set up. Now, it was kind of crazy building for the 6 because everything about these tells me they are way too stiff. But the truck's heavy and they work. So I've sold several sets of these and I haven't had any negative comments yet. In the printers right now, I have the black filament. So this is a super soft left right here. And you can see they still got the same as what the other ones were. But yeah, these things, they feel way too stiff, but they seem to work. Now this one is the medium for the stock right here. And this one is for heavier trucks because these actually have, sorry, I don't believe I can show you. You might can see a little bit in there. There's a space inside the vanes of this. As for this one does not have that. And this one just simply has less of them. So, but those are my SCX6 inserts right there. Why would I want to put in headphones? Oh yeah, I told you had to drill the holes out to make it work. I say that I'm watching on my Android and the sound is just fine. Thank you, Marcus Landry. You're the man. And Clayton, Marcus Landry remembers everything. He will remember this 6 months from now and tell you all about it. Believe me. Have an Android. Got capped tires or foams or concrete. My buddy just got a set of Deluxe Fab Classic. They perform incredible. I performed the Tusks and they were neck and neck with the Mega. Really? So what you're saying is I need to go to Deluxe Fab and see if I can get a set of these tires ordered. The sway bar on the Gen 9, that may be a fabricated part by me. Probably was, because I don't know of anybody that else that has a sway bar on a Gen 9. I was just tired of the torque twist while driving, and I wanted to try to keep it flat. There's a video on it somewhere, I promise you. The problem with paint and the problem with sandpaper grit, that stuff never, ever, ever holds. You put it down fresh, it's like, oh man, this is the greatest. And the next thing you know, it's flaking up. The grit has come out of the paint, and now you have little pinholes in there, and then the paint's flaking. I don't want any part of that. Where I used to work, we tried that, and these idiots did this on the docks outside. Gundam Nut can tell you, now the grit is gone, and it's like just super like glass, especially when it rains. It's really dangerous, and it's absolutely horrible. I don't recommend anybody to do that. Ever. Leave that concrete bare. You'll get a lot better traction on that, both for your feet and the vehicles. That stuff, I mean, it sounds good in theory, but it is horrible. Let me see. Sure, if we're going to grab and show on those, I'll be getting some soon. Okay, Andrew, I got plenty of black filament, so unless you order like what I have right here, which I think I've got a set of each of these for the stock wheels, you're probably going to get a different color insert, but same thing. Jason Ritchie, my opinion on the SCX6, dude, I love the SCX6. Nothing about it is cheap, but it is amazing truck, really. I kind of regret modifying mine so much. This last one I got, I was going to keep it stock, keep it simple to just have a nice trail truck, to mess around with. That didn't work out so well. It wouldn't hurt my feelings to get another one and keep it stock. You know, keep it nice, simple, stock, easy, you know? So yes. A huge hit. Order them ASAP. No buzz on mine with a workstation set up a home theater. Ooh, a home theater. It's a whole lot better than some headphones. What platform would you go to after Talbot's off-road speed record? What platform would I use to go after Talbot's? Probably the same one. I mean, there's nothing else out there that'll run like that, right? I'm getting myself an SCX. My birthday, should I go with a Jeep? Honcho. Go with the Honcho. The Honcho is just, in my opinion, such a better deal than the Jeep. The Jeep looks good when you cut the body off, but some of them panels are really thick. But I would go with the Honcho all day long. Oh, see, Paul, DFD. Yeah, right. We can never leave things alone. Robin says we can't keep anything. So I know, I mean, I really wanted to keep my stock. It drove perfectly fine, but, you know, it could use axle housings, you know, servo mount, a servo, then, you know, tires, wheels, and the next thing you know, you got a 4-wheel steer Portal 6x6 brushless good to 12S. It just happens, right? 6-wheel steer. It's really everywhere in commercial. We must have inferior products because that stuff is garbage here. I will never put that on anything I have out here. I don't like painted surfaces. I don't like painted outside surfaces at all. Steering sorted. Hopefully enjoy it for a while. Yeah, the biggest thing with the SCX6, I did a video years ago about a little brace that you can put down at the axle. And I believe you can get that from, I think it's Bauhaus. Actually makes that bracket now. So he saw the video, asked me, hey, can I make this and sell it? I'm like, do it. Just sell it cheap. So hopefully he still has that bracket. You can buy that, bolt that right on, and that'll fix the flex on the panhard mount at the axle. Then you have the panhard mount at the chassis. And for that, you need, you can brace it. I think I did that, but it's kind of a pain. It's best to just put aluminum shock towers on the front. And then you can put the fully adjustable steering links and panhard link and all that from Vitavon on the front. And when you get that on there, you may as well go ahead and put the servo mount, the V1 servo mount on there, so you can get that set up in there good and solid. Once you get that done, you want more trail performance, then you put the high clearance links on it. That'll help get you over some things. If you need a little bit more weight down low, you can get some metal wheels for it. And then by that point, you're ready for big power, you know? You can really put some power into that truck. And then you're ready for drive shafts and possibly axle housings, ring and pinions. It's a very steep downhill with that truck, or uphill, depending on what you think of it. SCX6 with an Axe 3, man, that worked out really good. Dude, I can hear tires chirp on the pad now. This is going to sell for ASAP. Bonita Creek, you brought up a really good point. I am looking at the mini lathe on Amazon. I'm looking at that, and I'm hoping that goes on sale for Black Friday. And if Bamboo throws out another sale where I can get another P1S, I'm probably going to get it because this is the game plan. I'm going to get, let me see, we're in here 40 minutes. Hey, there ain't nobody watching. All right, it's just you guys here. Most people don't watch past this once the video is done and all that uploaded. But the game plan is I've got quite a bit of printed product. Everything from servo mounts to winch mounts to ESC mounts to brackets for this, brackets for that, battery, winch, combo mount, all kinds of stuff, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the little header folder things, and I'm going to actually start sorting and packaging my stuff, because I've already been asked to stock some stores. One of them's really, really big, the store. And I was kind of hesitant on some of my products because, I mean, some of the print jobs, they're not the best looking, but they work well. That's the thing. But if you're going to stock stores, you got to have it looking beautiful and performing well. So you got to have the whole package. And I've got some stuff now that I'm getting figured out that is the whole package. I really like the way this is looking right here. The print finish, everything on this is looking really nice. I'm loving this one. These right here are really nice. So I'm happy with how I was able to change the infill around and make these a lot smoother than what they were. Like I said, I've got all kinds of products and stuff. My axle mounts, axle stands, and all that. These are just a couple pieces right here. So I got all this stuff, and I got to get it packaged correctly and then get it marketable, so I can stock some stores. So with that, I will be running them Bamboo Labs, because right now I'm running the Ender 3 SEs for all my TPU. If I do this and start stocking these stores, I'm really going to need another Bamboo, because that thing so far has been, other than I had a nasty clog with it. I did have that, so I put the spare tip in it, but just the tip, nothing else. Because I know you guys were thinking that. But regardless of all that, it's been printing really nice stuff. So I'm happy with that. So I kind of thinking a second one of those, which should put me right where I need to be on the PLA and PETG and stuff like that. So I should be okay. So that's what I'm kind of gearing up to have a little bit more product in local stores. Maybe a shop near you. Who knows? But it's going to take some time, and I get all this stuff set up because I'm doing fine with what I'm doing right now. But there's more I could be doing, and I want to do it. All right, let me see here. Let me see here. So Bamboo X1. It's not a X1 carbon. It's just a P1S. It's a cheaper one. I didn't throw down for the $1,200 one. Cliffhanger body. On sale 875. Said in a recent video, said how good the weather was there, and weeks later, you have Psycho. Oh yeah. We had some storms coming through. Luckily, in my area, I want to say bust nut, but Gundam nut. For some reason, they always tend to do this number around us. We haven't been direct hit in a long time here in Jacksonville. We really haven't. Let me see if I can get to you guys right here. Yes, Mir, I definitely did that. Jeep Comanche. Do I know of a 110 transmission that offers counter rotation to offset torque twist? 1/18 scale does. There are some transmissions out there that do that, but they're not really there for the counter torque twist. The only way it helps on torque twist is when you're taking off on flat ground. If you're on a hill and you got all your weight on the back end, you're going to have the same torque twist you had before, because the front end's light. It's just simply going to float up. Take, for example, the Raminator. That has counter-rotating drive shafts. And how many times have you seen it carrying that front left tire? Granted, it's a little bit large of an example, but you still have the torque on the drive shaft. You still have the torque twist. In a flat situation, it does perfectly fine. Launches good. The Arlarlo MK07 has counter-rotating shafts in that. And as long as I'm on flat ground, forward and back, it launches pretty well straight. But if I put power to it, you'll see it lift, 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 lift. You'll see that. 2 minutes behind. I wonder. Actually, I think we're doing that stock SCX6 motor. I don't think that the X R3 is compatible. I asked Hobbywing about that, and they said they don't believe that it's compatible with that motor. It's Primal in co-production with this proposed 1.6 off-road Porsche. I don't know anything about that one, Blitz. Cooking some pulled pork. Ooh, that sounds good. Traction Hobby has some James. I hit the like button. Please do it now. Cheeseburgers. You got cheeseburgers. Y'all know Gundam Nut is 5 minutes away, and he didn't even bring me one. T-Lo, what's up? Sent you a message on Exocaged Facebook about those deluxe tires with the links in them. Thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate that. Hopefully they'll have some, because I'll try to get a set ordered immediately. I've also got some other tires here I got to build inserts for, and that's going to be another one of those possibly very high production things. And if that comes through, I may have to get more printers. Now, I've only got 17 now, but for inserts, I can buy the cheap printers. McDonald's is selling chicken Big Mac. Oh, Andy. I will get to everybody as I work down, but Andy, dude, I got one better than the chicken Big Mac. Dude, I went to Wendy's today and I ordered myself a Krabby Patty. Dude, I finally got to order a Krabby Patty. And man, it was awesome. But it was just a regular cheeseburger. There was nothing special on it. I didn't notice any kelp or seaweed or anything on it, thank goodness. All right. Very best RC and better. Thank you, Coco. The truck with the green Exocaged letters on it is the new member video I looked at. Rad. The truck with the green Exocaged left letters on it. Which one was that? That reads dodgy. Love to see your products at Reaction RC in Grand Rapids, Michigan. They usually respond pretty quickly. Indoor course. Daddy J, let me get all this stuff done to where I have something, because like the axle stands. I mean, I've got specific sets for specific vehicles. Okay, it's not just one size fits all. There is one that fits like 5 different vehicles, but it still doesn't fit all of them correctly. So I'm working on that, and you can't just put all of them in a Ziploc bag and say, here's 40, 40 stands, put them together. No, I've got to have every bolt, every piece, everything in there labeled, price, and everything. So I got to get all of that right. I probably have to make my own SKUs and all that. But that's what comes with doing what I'm doing, right? Would your light version of 6 insert still be okay on a stock truck? Yes. And the light versions would give you more tire flex and all that. You still won't get tire roll because you still have this, but you'll get more tire conforming. And of course, you'll want the fronts to be pulling like this and the rears to be standing up. Basically, nope. As long as the tops are facing inward, like the tops of the front need to be facing the middle of the truck, the rear tops need to be facing the middle of the truck. You do that, your inserts are installed correctly, not incorrectly. They are in stock. I walk over and give him a cheeseburger. That's right, Clayton, get him. I just don't got that. Be out of RC and all printers this time next year. No. Man, RC's my thing, buddy. I really love the RC hobby. And that's so nice that I could actually do something that I love. I will got to tell you, I did not notice any secret sauce in there. There were no tips in my Krabby Patty. That was cane. Oh, the cane. That was like a tube chassis thing he built for Axial Fest. And the green Exocaged, that was a TPU like paperweight that I made that, you could pick up on the website or whatever. And I gave it to him, and he zip tied it onto the front of the cage and just left it there. So I guess it's doing its job, right? But yeah, he just zip tied it on and called it a day. I had a Baconator from Wendy's yesterday. Krabby Patty tomorrow, man. That Krabby Patty was good. It really was. Typically, when I go there, I get the $5 chicken combo. I mean, why not, right? Just $5. But this one, I kind of splurged a little bit and said, you know what? I want it. The SCX-24 Base Camp is a nice vehicle, 99 bucks. They got that because they didn't have to do licensing on the body. So, and these are some tires I won at Halloween Haul and Crawl. So these are in video now. I'll probably put these up tomorrow. And hopefully I'll get some weight on this thing and make them work. Because right now, even with the tire being free, there's nothing in the tire to stop it from compressing. It didn't compress. So they are very stiff, and this is a very light truck. So you kind of got to bring them together and make them work right. The Primal will probably be running tomorrow. This past weekend, I put the Ram Bouncer about 20 feet up at Cherokee at the Haul and Crawl event. Luckily, I landed good and flat. I noticed one of my links was bent, and I looked at it. If I break this particular link, there's a flaw where I've got my ESC put. If I break this link, if it pops up and goes forward into the chassis, it's going to go right into the Max 5 G2. I mean, like a hard stab right into it. So I got to do something and put a block up or something to hopefully stop that from potentially happening. Because if that thing breaks, you'll probably have part of your threads of the rod end hanging on, and it could be potentially poof. And I really don't want to see my $7,000 truck go up in flames. Pat, yes. Hi, my name is Will. Hi, my name is Joe. RC's and Turtles is supposed to be an actual salmon party. Salmon patty. It is not a salmon patty. I can tell you that right now. I did not notice anything crabby about the Krabby Patty. I need to run hot 8 skill RC. Tayshawn. Anything can run hot depending on your gearing and how you're running it, but generally the Max 6 G2 is way more than enough ESC, and you should have really good running with that. Joe, you would make your own beadlock someday. What if I told you I'm working on something just like that? I don't have the prototype out here. I am working on something though. It may not be a complete beadlock, but it'll be something to help you out with beadlocks. And I'm not talking about a beadlock buddy or anything like that. Just stay tuned. I'm going to put the oil-filled shocks on that Basecamp 24 since that is another way they saved money. Yep, it definitely needs some oil-filled shocks. I could take them off that Chevy. I'm really thinking about taking the Chevy, taking that Hobbywing system and Furitech motor knot out of the Chevy and putting into this. Really thinking about that. For some reason, the 24 scale isn't really a driving factor for me, okay? But this actually is interesting to the point to where I think I want to mess around with it a little bit, you know? So I've got some wheels right here. I've got some other heavy wheels. I've got pretty much the full set of brass to go on this. And I'm kind of thinking about maybe taking some time and actually seeing what I can do with this. And actually I went out, I got the video today. I went back out and I did some like pre-footage where I was climbing some things and all that to where I can do like a before and after. I know years ago I used to be able to get out there and I would do before the brass and then after the brass so we could physically see the differences and if it was a big difference or a little difference. So that's what I'm trying to do with this right here. There are a few climbs out there, a few little side spots that I found. So I'm attempting to do a before and after so we can actually see the difference between the between before and after the mods. Be a lad, make my name blue, please. What am I getting some oh wait, you were actually mod before, weren't you? Add as moderator. Managing standard, manage block words and chat modes and live. People can review chat messages. I guess we'll just go with that one, I guess. See if that got you. Yeah, because you were blue before, I believe, weren't you? What is a good RC monster truck? Losi, LMT. That's basically the only choice you got, and they are really good trucks. There you go, Gundam Nut. Do it when the pro code's backwards in the rear like a cheek. No, 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 no. Pro codes always go like this to the outside. This always goes to the outside. If you were to run it like this to the inside, you'd probably really mess up the performance of your vehicle and be wondering, what is this garbage? You really, really want it to be this to the outside of the vehicle. Race mini camp. Buddy, we're not getting much speed out of these little worm gears. It's just not going to happen. The only option I have to make one of these fast would be to use a TRX4M axles. That's the only option I could possibly have. They call it an accidental insertion. Trying to get, I made one to build me a rock lizard chassis. Okay. Broke my servo in Creighton 6S, which isn't surprising. But what could I replace it for less than $60 around? Coolest, hopefully your Creighton 6S is one of the newer ones with a 25 spline servo saver on it, or horn. It's a 6S, so you can swap the horn. For less than $60, find yourself a decent one off of Amazon. Animos is usually good. 25 kg, 35 kg is fine. Just make sure that the speed is around at least 0.12 to 0.13 on speed. When you start talking 0.16 on speed, it starts getting slow and lethargic. I think it's 35 kg, awesome. A little slow as all. Maybe risk can't. Instead of asphalt, why not coat the concrete with driveway sealer? See, we mentioned the driveway sealer and all that. The problem with that is the constant wear and tear, the sun baking it and all that. And I would rather spend the money and get the asphalt put on it than have that sealer start chipping and coming up. I'd much rather have something that I know is going to be there for years versus some paint. Let me see. Kyosho USA 1. Not really a big fan of that truck, though. Buy a servo for this X24. Look into the shifts, Nano, RN. If I do a servo for this, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to. I'm going back to the torque. That torque servo, dude, it bolts right in. All the bracketry is on the servo housing. No more brackets needed. It bolts right to the axle. If I go, which I will be changing servos, that's going to be the servo I go with. No brackets, no muss, no fuss. Absolute perfect bolt in. They did a really good job on that servo, and it's plenty strong enough. You put these in your ruptures and you have this to the inside of your tires, you need to change that around, buddy. Ever seen the rock crawlers that extend with hydraulic? Yes, I have seen one. It was years ago, but I actually went wheeling with one, and it would extend out and all that. Yep. You got to overdrive the worm gears like crazy for sure. You're correct. I do need to get. Well, I'm gonna do the overdrive or the underdrive. Probably the overdrive since it's so slow to begin with. Yeah, I'll be doing that one for sure. Insert things. You may have a rupture. Active inserts backwards. Okay, the actives aren't that big of a deal. Actives aren't that big of a deal. You probably never notice anything. There's a little bit of a I don't think I have one here. I may have one. Hang on. This is one of my first Baja Pro X inserts. Now, this represents the active insert. You can see how they work right here. See how those bend up and catch? So there is a little bit of direction to this. See how they fall over here? It wasn't really the design. It wasn't meant to act like this, but it does. So there is a little bit of a directional to this, as you guys can see. So I would set it to where the rear is doing this and the front is doing this, if it were me. I mean, it wasn't, I didn't design that into it. It's just kind of the way it turned out. Active inserts backwards. 4 inches of road base with asphalt will be more than enough for a track. Well, see, I don't have 4 inches of road base. I've actually got the concrete pad, and that's what it'll go on top of. Concrete. Soda, add grip to the concrete pad. Now, Pat, we've done things with like sugar water and stuff like that. We've never done soda, but I will tell you this, with like sugar water, typically speaking, on a dry day, we spray the soda water down there, or not the soda water, the sugar water. It literally evaporates and crystallizes, and then the track gets slicker. At night, however, it's different because it doesn't evaporate. Paul was actually running laps with his STK car, just running laps, 5.3, 5.4, just, good consistent laps. And I tell you what, I started watering it or spraying it with this, and I had the timing system running. So it was literally counting, giving the times. You could literally hear the lap times getting faster and faster the more I wet. So it absolutely does work, but in most situations out here, it's going to crystallize and make the track worse. I'd love to have asphalt out here. That would be the way to go, in my opinion, because it should be way durable, way more durable. Would you be willing to do a comparison between that torque servo and the Eco Power direct replacement servos? I haven't seen the Eco Power direct replacement servos. I haven't seen those. Eco Power sold by A-Main? HPI Savage. The HPI Savage, I saw a video on YouTube many years ago, and there were some guys, they were nitro, but they were actually pulling backflips. And man, I almost got a nitro because of that video. I'm glad I didn't, but I almost did. Yeah, sugar and soda are two different animals, yes. But I also don't want to stain my concrete either. When we do the sugar out there on the track, yes, ants do like to get up into there. They really do. And they will come right on the track while you're racing. Man, we had one race, one of these night races. Obviously, it was during the summer, right? Bugs out there, which is probably right there now. But man, dude, there were some bugs. These cars were coming out like the STK cars. We didn't have the NASCARs. And you could actually hear the bugs hitting the windshields of the cars. And I actually saw a couple bugs go flying. But man, there was bug guts and stuff all over that track. It was quite the night. Get inside crazy. Canadian maple syrup. Yeah, maybe. Weed oil. Yeah, I don't want to mess with that. You say weed, I'm thinking like weeds you mow with a lawnmower, but then I had to think about that a little bit more. 5 members of the East Savage. See, I had a Savage, And man, I had the LEM, I believe it was, made the bulkheads for that thing. And I kid you not, every 2 or 3 runs, it had to have pinion bearings. And dude, those are not trucks that you just simply pop a pinion bearing in. No, you had to take the whole thing apart, man. I was happy to get rid of that. But I do got to say, I did have a Castle 2028 in it. I also had the Poseidon 1500 kV motor. I forget the number on that one, but dude, that was an insanely powerful motor. But yeah, I did have it way overpowered, but whether I had big motor in it or not, the pinion bearings just, they didn't last. And they were smooth. It wasn't like the bores were off center or anything. They were smooth. It's just, I was glad to get rid of that truck. So used on pool concretes. I have not looked into any of that. The track prep would work or ruin the pad. I don't know about that one. Buy 10 to 15 sets of stock LMT axles for what a good aluminum set costs. It comes down to you have time or money. If you get the 15 to 15 sets of stock LMT axles, I'm assuming you're talking about the bare housings. This is the thing about that. Yes, you absolutely can, but if you're broken, now you got to work on it while your buddies with aluminum housings are out there having fun. And you got to sit back and watch or break out the tools and start changing housings. Me, I would rather not break at all. Yeah, I don't know about that one, Marcus. Will Darby, it depends on how hard you want to drive, buddy. If you want to really get it up there crazy, what I ended up doing, that they fixed the stock housings. They're a lot stronger, but even on my truck, ended up ripping the bottom link mount out. Now, this was on the TLR, which has the shocks on the link. Possible, like a normal LMT with the shocks on the axle, you may not have that issue. You may be perfectly fine with just stock axles. All I got to say, go drive it, buddy. Go drive it, and if you happen to break it, do the upgrade if you can. That's all. That's what I would do. Andrew, yes, sir. Weed oil. Oh yeah. Pool paint is epoxy. I looked at some epoxy. I know where I used to work at. Sometimes that epoxy will come up. And when it does, it really makes a mess of the surface. Really bad. Oh, the nitro buggy is out in the shed. So the bed liner. I don't want any rubber bed liner on there. I have not tried any traction compound at all. None. Worked on and off for 20 years and it's way too slippery for RC. Sent you a main link for the Eco Power. All right, Marcus, I appreciate that. Yeah, my phone's been kind of lighting up over here. You guys are sending me everything. All right. All right, so it is 8:08, and you guys have either slowed down or my stuff is froze up. Pimp juice and a bug sprayer should work. Okay. What's DAC tape? To hand that nitro to Sean. You're right, I do. I need to give it to Sean and let him do something with it. Yeah, I think I'm caught up now. I know when we finish this up, I don't know whether I'm gonna work on the 24 or break out the Raminator. I need to get this transmission all in the Raminator. Pimp juice is a traction compound. Okay. Guess that makes sense. I guess. All right, so oh man, you guys are letting me catch my breath here, aren't you? Now, if you guys are fading away, man, we'll go ahead and end this thing, and that way I can get busy on other stuff. I I haven't watched Street Outlaws. I don't have TV. I haven't had cable or any of that stuff in a long time. I'll be sitting at the computer doing a design for whatever or something, right? And I got a TV on the back side of it, and I'll be streaming or playing old episodes of Married with Children or Family Guy or something like that. Just having that play, man, that's actually pretty cool. I waste a lot of time because I start watching, but it's actually pretty cool. A Taylor 80 in the Primal Challenger. I don't believe a Taylor 80 will fit. They come with a 35 or a 32 motor engine in there, I believe. Pimp just made Motel 69. I believe that, Blitz. What is that crawler above the XRT? That's just the SCX 10.3. Yeah, just a 10.3. I haven't done anything to it yet. Let me see. Is there anything else back here that I should show you guys? No. Ooh, there's that one. Nah. Well, hello, Robert Pezza. What's up, buddy? So, Robert was at Haul and Crawl with me. Andy, I am not a leaker. There is nothing leakable back here. Nothing. Not even that. No. Made your own crawler chassis. I saw that before you deleted it. I have thought about making my own crawler chassis. I really have. That's just a Red Cat Vigilante. I thought about making my own chassis. The issue is everybody and their mother's brother's uncle living under the stairs have their own chassis now. So it'd be just another drop in the ocean. So I'll just leave the chassis to those guys. The AR-45P. I do believe all the AR-45P brass fits that. Talking about Robert earlier. The two Muse boxes, those are just axle housings and stuff like that for future projects. Let's get off the phone with Travis Vance. Uh-oh, Robert, what are you getting? You get him to make you a bouncer? Or you going Ram bouncer? Or Exo bouncer? Exocaged, I see you. No, I actually have a name for the chassis. I don't want to say the name because it's really, really good name. I mean, it's a really good name. But I don't know of anybody that can make the chassis like what I would want and have it be good. Now, if I would be fine to partner with somebody and come up with a chassis that's going to do what I want it to do, just haven't found that person or that chassis builder yet. It seems they don't fit that well. I mean, you say it doesn't fit that well. I mean, what part doesn't fit, you know? What issues have I had with the USA 1? I don't have a USA 1. It's just that steering linkage and all that stuff. Just and the ancient design of it just really, I'm just not a fan of that particular design vehicle, honestly. Yeah. Robert, where's my BRX01? Better than Exo Bouncer? Oh, yeah. Way better than Exo Bouncer. Yeah. It's a really good name. I knew you from X-Max, but not going with 27 tooth pinion, 44 tooth spur. Be done, but more and more has the same setup in one of his. You just got to take your time, buddy. Get that right. Oh, speaking of moose and axles, I did manage to break my axle. The J Concept Scorpions, like Scorpios, like what I told you guys in the video, would probably stick really good. They really did. I was pulling up this ledge, kind of got it stuck a little bit, and it really bit hard. And I didn't let up because I wanted to see what would break, and I did. I broke the inner shaft at the U joint. So I contacted Moose and chatted with them a little bit. They're going to try to add more material in that area. Space is a premium in there, of course, but they're working on that. And they are sending me 20 sets of axles, I believe it is. And the reason for that they're sending me 20 sets of axles is you guys get these Moose axles, and if you happen to have the break, I'm here in the States, I can send you the replacement that you need to get you back going. So basically, I can actually work some warranty for them. So that's kind of what I'm after here. So hopefully it'll work out. Yes, Andy, it does have Exo in the name. Jerry, I have not had an arachnid chassis. I am in talks because you guys did notice I've been doing super videos. I've been doing MOA videos a lot more than usual because there is a few things cooking on that. And hopefully here in the next few weeks, you'll see some brand new stuff on this channel. All right, see now, I don't have any portal gears. I broke the axle shaft. My portal gears are fine. So I do not have any portal gears on the way unless they throw some in there. And it's possible they may. I don't know about that one. 6 cage. Although I haven't tried, do their portal gears interchange with like Vanquish or SCX? SCX 6 cage. BRX1 is sitting in my scale garage. My paint booth is built so I can finally get some. Woohoo! Robert Pezza, we're making progress. I've been missing that truck, Robert. I've been wanting to drive that thing like every other day. You know, just really missing that truck. I really wish it was here. I just really want to drive it so bad. I can't say that with a straight face. You got time, dude. I'm fine. Oh, man. Let me see. That's super cool. We need an Exo Rift bouncer. There's no need. You got Travis Vance taking care of all that. We're good. So extra weed oil filled crawler is a name. No. I'm changing a base camp to an 11.4 wheel base. You know, there was a body. Axial made it. The Dingo. The Axial Dingo. It's a ugly looking, like Range Rover looking body, but it was narrow with wheel wells that covered the tires. That worked great for my. I had a shortened Ascender, and I made that into a Class 1. I won the Winter Series with it. Yeah, see, I don't believe my portal gears are messed up. I'll message them if they haven't shipped the axles yet. I'll get them to throw some gears in there too. That way I can take care of you on that. Well, the Iguana chassis wasn't mine. So that was Landon Green's Iguana chassis. So I didn't really have much time with it. I was kind of surprised that the radius arm suspension worked. I mean, it worked. You know, whether you want it to or not, it did work. So it was interesting. Same as Capra. Jerry Brown says, all right, so the portal gears, so Capra portal gears will fit it. There you go, Mike. You're all set. Well, you already got new gears coming tomorrow. How can I buy your MOA body mounts? You want a set of those? How big are the links? Let me get these real quick. I'm assuming you're going to use the same body because I kind of built these for this body. Basically, it's like I want to have something for me, but I'm like, maybe somebody will want it. Do you have the really thin bars like this? These are like 1/8 inch or 3mm bars. So let me put my email on there for you. Because if your bars are larger than that, then I would need to change the design for you. Yahoo.com. Send me an email. Hopefully that's it. exocagerc@yahoo.com. Send me an email and we can see if what I've got will even work for you. Clayton, Addictive RC, Travis Vance. I haven't had to run from any of them, Justin. There were a few people here running from South Florida. They stayed here in their camper. Dude, Katrina was like the most flawless, perfect storm coming in there, man. That was absolute devastation. Helene, I think, was worse after it made it into the mountains, but it got when it came ashore. I mean, most of our places on shore, if they're built recently, they're typically meant to take a decent sized storm. They can handle that. The biggest issue is a storm surge. That's that water that comes in 8-10 feet. That's the biggest damage. And a lot of times, I mean, that's just bad news there, man. I thought of weight set, slide back and forth on rails depending on crawler angle from. Well, see, that would be pretty neat. You could probably use like a little RC actuator if you could get enough travel to it, or like the little gear motors off of a printer, the little stepper motors. You can put you some weights on the belt, slide it forward when you're climbing and bring it to the back. That would be neat. That would be neat. Probably as illegal as putting fans on your body trying to make a climb. Yes, Marcus, you are correct. The links are shorter, a little bit different as well. I went to Fort Polk during Katrina. I don't blame you, dude. All the levees were broken. I mean, isn't it true that most of Louisiana is below sea level? I mean, that's what I hear. So I don't know. Maybe 4 weeks or so for the parts. Well, Mike, if they can send me warranty parts at no cost to me, then I can warranty them out to you. I would have to take the cost unless you guys wanted to pay $6 shipping and help me out on the replacement parts, but typically that's not how warranties work. Jack speaking to the first morning was 9/11. Oh boy. I was stationed in Mountain Home, Idaho during Katrina. I came home after Rita. Yeah, good old Rita. I remember Rita. There's a senior around there too. All right, here we go. So New Orleans is below sea level. Where I'm at is about 108 feet above. 108 feet above. That's probably pretty good. I would have to assume. I think. I don't know that there's any part of Florida that's 100 feet above sea level. I don't think there's any part of Florida that high. Maybe the Orlando area, Ocala area, maybe. I don't know. This stuff isn't too bad. Yes, I bought some off TikTok. Well, I've actually got a drone. I found the other drone I got from Snaptane. So my question for you is, should I take the drone? Because I'm going to do this. I'm not on a whim, but I'm going to do it. Should I put the drone where it's pushing up, as in to push the whole vehicle down? Or should I put like a stick on the thing and have the drone pulling it forward? Like pulling the thing forward, you know, like this right here? Or should I have it pushing it down to get traction? What do you guys think about that? Feet here at 14 miles inland. Britton Hill, Florida, 345. Really? We have something 345 feet above sea level? Is that like a Florida mountain? Will I ever try a Arrma Typhon 3S? I've had the Centon. I've got the I got the truck I got from Gundam Nut. I've had several vehicles. I've had the Creighton 4S. I honestly, I don't need a Typhon 3S. I just don't need one anywhere in the lineup. I would think pushing down for sure, in which I could just take it and basically turn it upside down and just let it push. Years ago, many years ago, I was a kid. Gundam Nut lived across the road. I think it was an old Tamiya Grasshopper, I think it was. Something like that. Well, I had this thing, and I ended up getting a plane prop from somewhere. I don't know where. But I made a bracket, and I put that plane prop on this thing. And I had a Mabushi 35 turn or Mabushi 540, whatever it was. And I somehow got this plane prop on this motor. And dude, I had a fan car. That thing would actually drive on the front porch. It was actually pretty awesome. Yeah, I did that many years ago. I don't really recall how I put that prop on there. I do know that I made some props out of popsicle sticks. You pop a hole in them. When they're wet, you can actually give them a twist. And I made some props like that, but they didn't hold up very well. Ended up getting a plane prop off of something. I have no idea. It was a wooden prop. I remember that. Red and Eyes, what's up, buddy? Air drone produce. Isn't the air the drone produce press on the truck? Not if it's pushing out like this. It should push this down. And if it's here, it should still, because the props are like this far out. So it should bypass the body and still pull the truck up. Besides, the drone will be out like about this far away from it anyway. At least that's what my thoughts are. Do I still have the 6S Typhon? Yes. I need to repair that. I've got a bearing set. I need to go through it. I think I'm going to let that go, though. I think I'm going to sell that off once I fix it up and all that. Partly because I don't have a use for it. I think the time has passed for the Typhon 6S, at least for me here. What I want to do next is going to be the Losi XT or XE buggy. That way it matches the Losi XTE truggy that I've got. So if I can match that, then I think that would be the best way. Plus, those come with that censored smart system. And I really like that censored smart system. I really do. The Red Cat drift car, I don't know. It's my only two-wheel drive drift car that I've got. I probably need to hang on to that. This way, if Sean ever gets his drift set up back there in the backyard, maybe I'll learn how to drift with it. Who knows? You need some 385 cheat codes. I made a set. I don't know if it was for you or what, but I made a set 385 cheat codes that fit a 1.9 wheel with a weight channel inside of it. I've got that file. I do not ever drive it. No, it just sits there collecting dust. Yeah, the Typhon 6S is the best buggy dollar for dollar on the market. $500. Put it out there and race with anybody. At least basher racing like what we do. Little small fans, mount that under the body. Except that same drive you did with them glued to the body. I just don't think they had enough thrust to do anything really. Chassis with a Typhon. Challenge Touch record. Justin, I'm not good with high-speed vehicles. So I really have no desire to really go after anything. I mean, how fast did Talbot actually go? I don't know that I've seen that video. I know he was trying for the world record. Did he actually get it? Did he actually make it there? 200 and something is what the world record was. Okay, he did 101. Okay. Cool. Oh, he did 101 on dirt and grass. Dude, that is hauling butt. I could not imagine getting 100 miles an hour on a grass field. My grass field isn't even big enough, I don't think. I have did 72 or 73. I think it was with that DBXL on 12S. Oh, okay. Yeah, the big sausage, he calls it. Is that the one? I know he built that. Didn't he build that out of a Creighton, or was it an Outcast 8S? It was one of those two. I believe I saw the video where he put it together, one of the first videos, and he basically went down, grabbed one off the shelf, brand new in the box, tore it open, didn't even take the body off, ESC out or anything, just cut it right in half. One day I'll have that kind of budget. Yeah, I don't think my area that I have would get it. Yep, and it was on a snowboard, I believe it was. That's what it was, a snowboard, I believe. Snowboard, yep. Snowboard is a chassis, yep. So I want a set of SCX6 Hyrex tires. You think I could somehow use them on my set? No, not a set of SCX6 Hyrex tires, dude. Your best bet is to trade them off to Sean and see if you can get something you can actually use. I'm not cutting your 8S, buddy. No, sir. I hit 11 miles per hour all the time. Yeah, most of my crawlers will do that. But, all right, so we are 27 minutes and counting. Let's see. All right, I see that. Here we go. Let me see. All right. Sorry, sometimes I check on this stuff. I forgot to print some lowering blocks, some lowering pegs. I'll get those sent out to this guy. I was supposed to send them to him with some SCX6 inserts. I got to get that going. I want to see you break records with it. I'm not going to be breaking any records with it, buddy. No. Hey, the Asuga, what's up with the repairs now? I have a Hobbywing system. I've got a Hobbywing XR8 Plus with the 2250 kV motor. I'm going to put that system in there and convert it to more like a 4S vehicle that can actually drive without worrying about busting up the diffs. So now the snowboard build, we're talking so this Blitz, where this is a whole different vehicle. I think Raz Schifrin has a lot of stuff for them things, stretching them out and making them go. Let me see. Snowboard build, I don't like the system in the low seat trugger will work in the Rift. If you can make it fit in the skid and all that, that's going to be the issue, fitting a 42 millimeter motor in there. It's been done, absolutely been done, but you got to do a little bit of work to make it go. How do I keep the center diff from the Vigilante from grinding gears? I have never had a problem with the center diff on it. I opened it up, put some earplugs in it. Actually, no, I put 20 million Traxxas oil in it, and I haven't had an issue at all. Now, that's saying now that I might take it out tomorrow and all of a sudden have a diff issue. You never know. But so far, I've not had a bit of issue out of it. I've seen pictures where people have got them so hot that it actually melted the cross pins, actually melted into the plastic. I've seen that before, but I haven't had that happen to mine. All right, it's 8:36. We're winding down here. Let's see. All right, so the last 20 minutes, let's just go off topic. Justin, I had one Leonard motor, and that was with the MGM system. I ran it in the Losi 5B TLR, and I actually took that out and put the Max 4 560 in there. How do you keep the center diff? Oh, yeah. Got that one. Raz ordered custom stretch carbon chassis, 4 motors. Now, I've seen the build that he's doing with 4 motors and all that. I've seen that. Okay, if he switched over to the 1800 and now it's loud, he's going to have to set that pinion mesh correctly. He's going to have to set that pinion mesh correctly. If not, it's just going to continue to be loud. He's either too close or too far away from the spur gear. The counter? I'm just waiting for him to make mod 1.5 trans replacement gears. I thought I saw a picture of those that he was working on it. Great. How long was... Oh my God. We're not there yet. Micro Bs in my office with customer. Dude, the Micro Bs are phenomenal. We're going to be running them a lot in this indoor track. Yeah, you got to check that. Also, make sure that there's nothing... make sure that the motor isn't bound up. As in, like, make sure the motor's not crooked. If the motor is crooked, then the pinion gear is crooked, and that mesh will never be right. So make sure everything is good and flat and straight on the gear, and you should be able to get that thing to go back to what it was from the factory. Get one person to subscribe. We need 25,000 subs. Next we'll get 2 tab. One of his logo, the other of a butt. That's on a butt. That's no way. Yeah, you guys, there's no way I'm hitting 100K by the end of the year. Not happening. But if y'all did, that would be cool, but I don't know. A head shave, that's no problem. I'm due for a haircut anyway. And I typically buzz it myself, so that's no problem. Eyebrows, dude, if I was to shave these things off, I would get a magic marker and do like some of these people you see at Walmart. You know, like bring it all the way down to here or something. That would be pretty horrible. Get some fake earrings and a fake nose ring or something. Be like Lou Albino, Lou Albino. Is that his name? Oh, from WWF years ago, Albino, something like that. The paper trick. I've never really had luck with the paper trick. I've always just driven it and set it up. Got on in, and I'm probably answered it 30 times. It's the first Halloween Haul and Crawl video coming out. Probably tomorrow. They are up for channel members now. I uploaded them last night for channel members. And get some Cookie Monster pajamas. 100K giveaway. That's possible. I tell you what. 100K giveaway. Would it be channel members only? Or general populace? The reason is, I'm thinking if I did get 100K before the end of the year, as in like December 30th or whatever it is, I would probably order. Let me see. What could I bring? Gotta be something better than a Grom. Something a little bit better. Maybe the Traxxas Mini Max. I'm looking around. I'm kind of thinking what I could do. Whatever it would be, it would have to be brand new in the box. And preferably something I can order from A-Main and send directly to you. Yeah. Hopefully you're in the States. That's another problem. That could get real expensive. I don't know. I have to figure out some kind of a vehicle, but it would be a full RTR vehicle. If it's something that has to go across the pond or something, unfortunately, I'd probably take the battery out if it comes with a battery. Captain Lou Albino, that's it. I was trying to think albino. And Owen was the blue blazer that night. Yes, he was, Pat. Owen was the blue blazer that night. Yes, he was. When are you going to use that face smash transition? I looked for it the other day and I didn't see it on my phone. I got to go into that Google Drive thing and see if I can get it off of that. 100K prize wheel spins. I got the app. I could, do it. But the problem with that is this going to be probably hundreds and thousands of comments. There's no way you can pick a number or pick a name. It's one of them things where you do that random comment picker, and then I'd have to go through and look at them, and because all the duplicate comments, because people will be comment me like 100 times or something, I have to take a bunch of them out. Guess I could do that though. Channel members only. I would do a separate one for channel members. I would do a separate giveaway for channel members. But it has to make it to 100K before December 31st or whatever it is. Oh, dude, that Typhon was getting up there, wasn't it? Did I do the design for my crawler course? Yes and no. We just kind of dropped rocks and then shifted them and found different things, different lines and stuff like that. Give away my custom build I'm planning. One of the issues with giving away a custom build is that chances are good that the winner that gets it will have no idea what to do with it. Like, or to be somebody that lives in an apartment that has no room to run a Traxxas Minimax. Let's say that was it, since it's fairly new. Or it'll be somebody that has nowhere to run a crawler, or so it's kind of weird, kind of hard to find something that everybody can actually use. So I don't know. A VRD carbon kit, that would be easy. Mojave 4S, it wouldn't be too bad. A shop tour. When I get my stuff done out there, I will show you guys the entire inside of that. Being Australia, I'd love to win. I love to win to make you pay postage. I know. See, that's the thing. Postage would be crazy. I don't have the Mini Max. I wish I did. I don't know. I don't have any connections at Traxxas at all. I have tried, but I have no connections at Traxxas. I had a connection one time that kind of filled me in on a few things here and there. He would let me know when my videos was circulating through the offices and all that. So, yeah. Give away the 12S Creighton. Dude, it's like a $4,000 RC. Maybe more. 20K in 1 month. You could do it in 2. I have no idea who Nitro Gang is. Seems like yesterday you were at 69K. I remember that when I first hit 69. Yeah. BMF RC, what's up, buddy? Just need to do Nitro. I don't want to mess with Nitro. Sean does Nitro every now and then. So the maximum shopping. Dude, as I understand it, we still have a couple weeks before that goes. So, I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't have any contacts with Traxxas. My girlfriend's 68. You owe me one. The 29th. If it's the 29th, then that's going to be soon. Or should I pre-order my Mini Max? I believe you got to go to your local hobby shop to get that. Traxxas is doing this thing where it's all to the shops the first load, at least from what I understand. Unless you're in that tight-knit group that actually gets them early, which I am not. Blitz 77 better than 69 because you get 8 more. South Florida, oh my God, that's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, Nitro is going to be the new trend. Nitro's history. The only thing keeping Nitro alive are the 1/8 scale buggies and truggies. That's it. Other than that, there's no need for Nitro. Nitro had their day. I am not doing a BDMF crawler. Damn. I told you guys, Marcus does not forget anything. He never forgets anything. He'll call up videos from 3 years ago, and like almost to the minute where I said something, I'm like, huh? I don't have a clue what I did a month ago. Oh, my carbon assault, that went to DFD. I did a little trade for it. When was my last colonoscopy? Heck, I don't know. Beetlejuice 2. Man, I sure hope Beetlejuice 2 is good. I really do. I hope it was good. $5, Andrew. Nitro is only good for 1/8 buggy and 1/8 truggy. Nobody else wants to mess with Nitro. Only a few people. I mean, dude, my park is open to Nitro as well. And I kid you not, I can count on this one hand how many Nitros have actually been out here and run. And I probably still got 3 fingers left over. Honestly. Nobody messes with Nitro around here. Nitro and gas on videos is worse than a Castle ESC. Well, years ago, Nitro was it. If you wanted to be an RC guy, you had to have Nitro. That was it. I mean, but then again, you had Nicads and brushed motors and all of our racers back then too. So Nitro actually had more power. Now that we've got the brushless and lipos, Nitro's been left in the dust. Make a plate and find a spot. I could totally do that. I've always been this way. You think you get asked about stuff, full-size vehicles, guys come with their car history, especially Corvette stuff. I imagine they do, Marcus. I really imagine they do, buddy. What's up? You got something? My Traxxas replacement parts are lost in the mail. That stinks. What did you order? What did you do? My carbon assault monster truck? I don't see any shelves in the video. The carbon assault I traded off to DFD. They wanted some monster trucks, so I took the carbon assault, the SMT, and the Kyosho truck, monster truck, four-wheel steering and all that, and made a deal, and they're gone. MCI, what's up? Oh boy, Caesar gonna be mad and heartbroken here. You talk about nitro like that. Nitro does give me a great arm workout. I bet it does. I have the little bump box, and even that's a pain in the butt. Yeah, before Brushes had a Nitro 1/8 before. And yeah, I'm telling you, Blitz is like the only part of Nitro that's still mainstream is the 1/8 buggy and 1/8 truggy. Other than that, there's nothing else keeping Nitro alive. There really isn't. Now, there is a nice part of having a Nitro just to hear that, but then after a minute, if it continues to run past a minute, it's like, okay, turn that thing off. $200 Amazon crawler book. I did something like that, and I believe that was with the Endura truck. It was all nothing but Endura, the body and everything. Put it together, did all that. And some replacement pin and shock towers. That stinks. I will tell you this much. Have you ever been to a fifth scale race? Now, you get 8 or 10 fifth scales, gas motors, all souped up, all piped, just rocking it, revving the motors, all that. Man, that is an incredible thing to see. I mean, it is just insane. They all take off, and there's always that one that goes, and just can't get it up. All the time, through the corners. But there's a few that when they got their stuff tuned right, man, they get up and go, dudes. And was at a race at 121 Raceway, which is what it was. It's gone now. But they were racing these things, and it started raining. And this dirt that he had a weird clay content to it. And man, it was amazing. But these trucks, they turned from like 40 pounds into 70 pounds. Even the best tuned ones were starting to bog because it rained during the race. So too big, too heavy, bends all kinds of stuff. My Nitro SET Slayer ran around. There's one this weekend at Callahan. Yep, I know. Maybe we'll be able to get to hear about 6 or 7 of these trucks. If they're out there and they're all hitting it, man, it's awesome. It is awesome. And speaking of that race, I'm assuming I've got to race direct that. I got to talk to Sean, but I'm probably got to be the race director. Got to pack the my laps and all that so I can run that race. The all-new Exocaged RC Amazon at Thunderbolt XRB Rock Crawler coming in 2026. No, sir. Have I considered doing a video on the Losi Tenacity DB Pro? I have not got that buggy. I don't have that vehicle, so I don't have it. No, sir. We got a quarter sprint car, 28cc motor. It's cool at 35 years now. Quarter scale. I remember reading about that in RC Car Action. That there was just a handful of them, though. They all had to be custom built at that time. You say it was a sprint car? Yeah, that's what they were. And that's pretty neat. 28cc. That was probably pretty big for, 38 years ago, 35 years ago. The Taylor two strokes. Man, when I was at Monster Jam World Finals with Primal, they had some of these Taylor motors out there, and dude, man, you needed earplugs and earmuffs because it was just, you just feel your whole ears just pop, pop, because they were hitting so hard, man. Absolutely amazing, but I don't want them. See, I have never actually seen or heard a Conley V8 run other than in videos. You're correct, Torpedo. We will have a mini Monster Jam course, and it will be designed mainly for the low C mini LMTs. And that will be either inside or possibly on the pad. How do I like the 1/5 Primal car? Dude, I think it's awesome. I really do. It's just, I had it up at Cherokee for the haul and crawl, and people were there, and I said, look, people keep trying to compare this to their Limitless. They looked at that, they looked at what a Limitless is, and like, there's no comparison. That's what I keep telling people in video, but they still want to try to act like, you know, they got something with their Limitless. Okay, your Limitless is good for 100 plus miles per hour. This one's only done 73 with a crash. Two completely different beasts, completely different animals. So 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive. One's built for speed with the proper geometries. One is not. Two completely different vehicles. Just drinking Monster, good for the heart. No, this is the supposedly zero sugar, so it's probably got all kinds of other garbage in it. We could do 1/10. It's not that big of a deal, really. What's with all the cans on the top shelf? Those are Cow RC products that I'm going to be going through. I decided to stock up. Man, Mad Onions, I actually traded off the Mojave, the nice one. The one that comes with all the metal stuff in it. I can't think of the name of it. But anyway, I traded that off and actually kept the Max Slash. The reason? The Max Slash doesn't have the diff problems that it has. I mean, the Mojave, constant diff issues. EXB, yeah. Constant diff issues with that thing. And I get people coming, I've never broken a diff. Never had. Well, have you driven it hard? Have you even powered it up? Because everybody here has diff problems with them things. So, and the Max Slash doesn't. What the Max Slash does not have is as tunable a suspension and decent tires. Justin, yes, I know. I've already looked at a couple places for him. You always have diff problems. Well, Losi, Arma, they're all under the same umbrella. But yeah, I got tired of the differential issues with it, and I'm like, you know what? I had an opportunity, and I took it. Simple as that. The bargains on the land really depends on where this land is, and it's real easy to make a mistake and buy land that is low in Florida, as in likes to hold a lot of water and get really soft and stay soft year round. It's really easy to mess up and buy something like that. So I'm going through the places I've looked at him for that have not been suitable and way overpriced. Way overpriced. Maybe I'm just not up to date on markets. I mean, this stupid place here is worth way too much. Stupid money for this place. And then, of course, I always get people offering to buy it. And they're like, we want to make an offer. I'm like, You want to buy my property? I'll sell it to you right now for $2 million. They usually hang up. So, yep, that works out for me because if I were to sell this for exactly what it's worth, every penny, I could not replace this for what I would get out of it. I just couldn't. Oh, I hope there's no lithium under here. If there's any lithium under here, I'm going to have to paint the roofs blue. This coast were obliterated by the storms. How do you clean RC after a beach session? A beach? Ooh. You're probably going to be all rusty, Burmese beef? All right. You're probably going to be rusty. You need to get all that salt air and salt water and salt residue off of that thing. I know what you mean, Justin. Maybe we can fix that problem. 8 years was excessive on the market prices. Probably in Oklahoma is way over. Oklahoma's expensive. Cletus is having because of the water table. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Cletus is having issues down there. What mod upgrades have I done to the Max Slash? Pretty much nothing. It's, I think, box stock. And I'm fine with that. It's plenty fast enough. Yep, 9 o'clock. It is time to let it go. I like the burnout you did with that car. Dude, yeah, that burnout was fun, but it was a major, major disaster of rubber everywhere. There was burnt rubber everywhere. There was so much rubber slung up in that body, it's like it just didn't care. Oh. I'm not sure what CDD fees are, but all right, guys. I'll catch y'all later. It's been a good one. No more 30 minutes. I got to work on a Raminator. I got to work on SCX24. I got all kinds of stuff. You guys have a good one, and I'm going to get busy. I've got about this much drink left to finish. So it'll probably be another 2 a.m. morning. Catch you guys later.